Hello, welcome to Just Vintage Crochet, and let's dive into another mystery pattern. I hope you guys aren't getting sick of these yet. Let me know in the comments down below, or don't. Maybe I can't handle it. Anyways, if you're new here, I have a stack of patterns. I did not pick these patterns. They were picked for me. We have no titles. They've been removed. No pictures. Most of these don't have pictures, but there's a few patterns. I believe these ones have pictures. These patterns are all from the 1840s with the exception of a couple from 1880s. And we won't know what it is. We have no context. So we won't know what it is until we're done. And also, anything within the pattern that could have given it away has been blacked out with a black marker. So therefore, no hints, at least to the best of my sensibilities. He's the one who has been working with me on these. So let's just pick our pattern and see what we're going to make today. These gray patterns here we've been mostly working out of because the majority of these patterns are these gray ones. So bear that in mind. Here we go. I think we're done with all the doilies from that book, by the way, from this 1846 book. I hope. I'd like to make something that's not a doily. Okay, number 15. And there's number 15. Hey, we've moved on to a different book. Yes, see? So whatever was there was going to give away what the pattern is. So let's see. What year are we working with? 1848. You can just make it out right there. 1848. Now, in the 1840s, you're going to have to throw away the stitch terms as you know them. Crochet stitch terms as you know them. Here I have from a different book, but the stitch terms still apply. Here are some stitch terms for you to pause the screen and look at. These are the stitch terms from the 1840 in UK Victorian era, UK early Victorian era in the United Kingdom. So these are not US stitch terms and they are not modern stitch terms. But the remarkable thing about UK crocheters is they kept a lot of their old Victorian era terms. Some of their old Victorian era terms. So 2 skeins of black Berlin wool, a small quantity of shaded green, and also some shaded pink will be required. Is this part of the pattern? No, I'm thinking this is not part of the pattern. This pattern definitely looks familiar. It definitely looks like one we've worked before. Okay, so I can't use black because you all won't be able to see it. So let's see what I have. They want green, pink, and 2 skeins of black. Okay. I do recognize this. This is a dead giveaway for me because I did work this. I'll have it. The pen wiper. This has to be the pen wiper because it's the only pattern I ever worked that asked for black glazed calico. And I remember I had to Google that. I made this not so long ago. Certainly wasn't 2 years ago, probably closer to a year ago. And I made it as successfully. So I think we're going to repick the pattern and not work on this one because, well, there it is right there. That's what it is. Let me actually, hold on, let me go get Justin. Or let me at least go and see if I can get the label for it, the name for it. It's a novel and very pretty crochet pen wiper. So let's just pick another pattern because I made this one not that long ago and I also nailed it. Minus the black calico that I did not put on the back. Okay, let's pick another one. Oops, all right, well that's the one. It just came flying out. Number 2. 7. Oh, number 2's right there. Hey, I think this is going to be one of the patterns with a picture. I'm not sure. I think Justin said the yellow ones have pictures, and I think there's 2 yellow ones in here. Yeah, there's one right there in the back. So I think he said these ones do have pictures. So that's fun. Now we're going to see confirmation of what I'm doing here. So 1880s, the crochet stitch terms certainly were changed by then. In the 1880s, we had a definite US and UK stitch term differential, with the exception that some US pattern writers still used UK stitch terms. So I can see that this has a single crochet in it. And the only time the UK ever used the term single crochet was in the early Victorian era, and it was a slip stitch. Mid-Victorian era, forgive me, mid-Victorian era, around the time of the U.S. Civil War. And it was a single crochet was a slip stitch. So this is going to be a U.S. written pattern, and it may very well be in more modern terms. Because, yeah, the 1880s, we definitely saw pretty solid U.S. stitch terms here in the U.S. Okay, I'm thinking this is U.S. stitch terms, so let me get some thread. It doesn't say what we need, but I'm going to use thread. It says to work 16 single crochet around the circle, then 1 CLCH stitch in the first. That's got to be like a closed chain stitch, or, you know, like that's might be what they mean. It's like a closed chain stitch, you know, like a slip stitch. So I'm not going to chain 8 for 16 single crochet. That's going to be just a little too big, in my humble opinion. So I think I'm going to go with 6 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm going to work 16 single crochet around the ring. I will be right back. Okay, so now I just need to join with a slip stitch into my first single crochet, or a close chain stitch. I think that's what they're trying to write, is CL, close, close, closed. All right. I'm just going to chain 1 to lock that down. Okay. Second round, 1 single crochet in every stitch of the preceding round, then 1 closed chain. I'm going to call it a closed chain stitch because I think that's what it is. Closed chain stitch in the first single crochet of this round. So we're just going to repeat the first round. So 1 single crochet in every stitch. Why did I pick thread? Let me get my glasses. Why did I pick thread? Why didn't I just... You know what? Just to give these old eyes of mine a break, the next video, I'm going to work with a sport weight. I won't work with a thick worsted weight, but I'm definitely going to work with a sport weight, just to give these old eyes of mine a break. Just went and got my eyes checked yesterday. My prescription has changed. Got a little worse. Okay, so 1 single crochet, almost all the way around. How goofy would it be if at this point I said, okay, I'm going to finish the rest of this off camera. I'm just kidding. I kid. I didn't count. Counting is for losers. No, I'm kidding. I should count. Make sure I'm not about to work into a false stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, I guess I would have been a loser. Not counting is for losers. No one's losers. But I did almost work into a false stitch. Now, why won't you go in there? Goodness. Okay, stacked single plus chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1. Oh, you know what? This is going to cause the center to bubble. It's already wanting to. Look at that. Yeah, this is going to cause... It's because the skip one is what's doing it. Look at that. Unless this is what it's supposed to do. Let's see how many rounds are in this pattern. 8, 11. So It's whatever it is, it's not huge. Am I supposed to skip? Alternate 1 double crochet in the next stitch. To me, that means skip, alternate, you know, every other. 4 chain, the first 3 will serve as 1 double crochet. Alternate 1 double crochet in the next stitch of the last round, 1 chain stitch until the end of the circle is reached. Then 1 closed chain stitch in the third. Okay, I am not, well, let's look at round 4. Working through the front loops of the stitches, 1 single crochet around in the next chain stitch of the last round, 11 chain stitches, working back on them, miss 1 chain okay. I am questioning if I'm supposed to skip. That's why I wanted to look at the other row. Well, would you quit falling? Maybe I should be making these chain stitches a bit loose. Because, yeah, this is going to cause this to just curl in on itself. Unless it's supposed to. Look at that. I'm going to read the rest of the pattern. Hang on. So this is a problem because whenever I read the rest of round 4, it gave us instructions for the first chain space, and then it said to repeat that 7 more times. We do, in fact, have 8 chain spaces. Bear in mind, we started with 16 single crochet, and to cut those in half is 8. This can't be, they're talking about rounds. I have to work 11 rounds in this, and the rounds are getting wider and wider, which means it's probably a doily, and this isn't going to work. Like, look at that. So, how do I make this work? Okay, I'll be right back. It's that stitch. All right, then it wants me to work 1 single crochet, or was it 2? It was 1. It was 1 because we're only working 8 chain 1 spaces, so it's just 1. So, okay. 1. Now doing this is going to cause it to curl already. I just put 2 in that 1 stitch. Working these 16 single crochet around is going to cause it to start to curl already because we're not working any increases. We're giving it no reason to stay flat. It's already starting to curl. What if I don't work the single crochet? What happens then? It's still going to curl. I'm going to work these chain 1s a lot looser. And there's the curl. Yeah, it's not going to work. It's already curling. Okay. I have an idea. See, sometimes I think these patterns are concepts that are unpracticed, untested. I have an idea. I will be right back. But instead of skipping every other stitch, I just went ahead and put a double crochet and a chain 1 in every stitch around. There really is no other way around it. So the 4th round, it says work through the front loops of the stitches. 1 single crochet around the next chain stitch of the last round, 11 chain stitches. Working back on them, miss 1 chain stitch and make 1 single crochet, half double crochet, 8 doubles in the next 10 chain stitches. 1 single crochet around the next chain stitch of the last round. Repeat 7 times from the single crochet. Okay, so working through the front loops, and it says work 1 single crochet around the next chain stitch. Okay, so here is how I'm working this round. I'm working every other chain space, starting anew what looks like leaves. And their word leaf is in there, so I'm going to say leaf. So every other round I'm starting a new leaf. Every other space, I mean. So I think that's what they mean when they say, I think I was supposed to work a double crochet separated by chain 1 in every stitch, because we are only working the leaves in every other chain space. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The only thing I'm not doing that it says to do in the pattern is working single crochets. I am working these as slip stitches down here along the bottom. And for all I know, they meant slip stitch. I don't know. But slip stitches seems to be working out. Whenever I only worked a single crochet into the front loop, and it didn't say to work into the double, it was closing up like this, and it didn't look right. So I opted for a slip stitch, and I do slip stitch into the front loop of the double crochet as well. Okay, so I'm going to work my way down this leaf. So start off with a single, then a half double, then 8 doubles. So I will be right back. Okay, so what I do is skip over this double, and into this chain space I'll work a slip stitch into the front loop of that chain. Then I'll work another one into the front loop of the double and into the next chain space over, and start another leaf. Okay, so I'm going to work this all around and see what we're going to do next. Okay, got my last leaf done, petal leaf thing. I just have to work it into this chain stitch here. And I'm not 100% sure what to do from here. So I did already mark the 5th round, and it jumps right into 8 double, 1 half, 1 single in the first of the 10 of the next 11 chain stitches of the last round. So now we're going to work up that leaf petal deal. 1 close, I'm going to call that a closed chain stitch in the next stitch. So at the top, 10 single crochet in the following. I wonder if, no, they do mean single crochet, don't they? In the following 10 stitches, 1 single crochet around the upper loops of the next single crochet. Oh, I didn't work singles. I worked slip stitches. Repeat 7 times. Okay. Okay. And I want this to look nice. I don't want it to look like a loose chain. So there's 1, 2. My question is, how do I anchor this side of the petal leaf deal down? Down here at the bottom. You know, because now it's just going to be loose. So one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, half double, single. Yeah, okay. So half, because at first that looked like almost like a double crochet. Half double, single, and then a slip stitch. Well, maybe just a chain, no? I guess I work a slip stitch right into here. And then work 10 single crochet in the following 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, do start with this one here. One, two. Okay. And then 1 single crochet around the upper loops of the next single crochet. Repeat 7 times. Well, I'm just going to have to work around the... Yeah, see, I worked slip stitches. You know what? No, I'm going to go back and do this the right way. I know, it looks like a lot. It is worth it to do something right and quit taking so much initiative. So I'm going to do this the right way. Starting here. Okay, so it says to work a single crochet in the next chain space. No, around the front loop. And then again, this will be worth it, okay? I think it will be worth it. I'm giving the stitches they're asking for now. I will behave. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do differently as far as anchoring down this half of the leaf. So I went ahead and worked my last single crochet. I slip stitched at the base of this leaf to join the round. So I'm not going to do anything other than just yarn over, go immediately into the back of that double crochet stitch and start working a double crochet. Hard to see with these other little deals in the way. So that's what I'm going to do to all of the petals or leaves all around. I should just say leaf because it says it does say the word leaf in the pattern. That wasn't blacked out. So that's 1, 2 right here. Okay, so I'm going to work this all around. And from what I've seen in the pattern, because I read the whole pattern already, these back loops right here that we skipped, see this line of back loops that we didn't work into? We're going to do more petals back there. So maybe these are petals and those are leaves. Maybe these are petals and what we're going to work in the back is leaves. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so the pattern doesn't call for any colors or to change colors, but I'm going to treat this. So it's talking about basically at this point now, we have to do exactly what we did for rounds 4 and 5 back here on this line right here. So it's nothing any different, but I think I'm going to do it in this green color. Let's see, that would peer through a little bit, but I think I want to do it in this green color and treat it like leaves because the pattern does say leaves. Where did I see it? So that the leaves might meet. So 6th and 7th rounds, work like the 4th and 5th rounds, yet make the single crochet around the back loops of the 3rd round so that the leaves might meet. At the last repetition of the pattern in the 7th round, work only up to the closed chain stitch at that point of the last leaf. So I'm going to treat these like leaves and treat these pink ones like petals. So I'm going to tie on this green and I'll start this part with you working back here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and finish it off camera because again, these aren't really tutorials, but a lot of you are very experienced enough that you probably don't need a tutorial and you can still follow along quite well. Okay, I'll be right back. So don't mind the background noise. My husband's in the kitchen, but I'm going to finish this last single crochet that I already had finished before. I'm going to finish it with the green. And then I'm going to go ahead and I think the leaves shouldn't be directly behind the air quotes petals. So right here is where I'm going to start working. Right here. Oh no, wait, I'm supposed to do single crochets. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to come back here and join that with a single crochet, or not. Join that with a single crochet. And let's see, is that what I really want to do? Is that how I did it down here? Think. Yeah, I just have the one single crochet. I think this is where I want to start from. Right? No. No, I'm supposed to have a little bit of a gap there, right? So I think this is going to be right. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and work this all around and see how it turns out. Okay, so I'm going to change the color again because I read on in the pattern a little bit. And now what we're going to do, I guess, is frame this sort of flower. So I want to do that in white. And it says to, I'll read it right here. It's 8th round. Alternate 7 chain stitch, 1 single crochet in the close chain stitch, which has been worked in the point of the next leaf. 6 chain stitch, 1 single crochet around the close chain stitch on the point of the next leaf. 9th round like the 3rd round. 4 chain stitch, the first 3 will serve as a... Oh. This is the 3rd round right here, this like filet crochet bit. Okay, so I went ahead and joined with white. I did read this pattern all the way to the end. And so it doesn't look complicated anymore. Like it's a bit easier now. 2, 3, 4, 5. I probably should have started with a single crochet. But I'm starting to picture it now. I do believe it is a doily. And I figured if it's going to have this flower, I mean, let's make it pretty. Let's change the colors up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm just going to go into that gap right there. Let's see how that would look. That looks fine. Ooh, this is twisting. Don't twist. Don't twist. Oh, I'm supposed to be working 7 chain and 6 chain. I think the first one was supposed to be 7 chain. Okay, 7. This thing is going to need to be blocked because these petals want to twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to do 6 whenever I'm on a leaf and 7 when I'm on a petal. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so That is the repeat of round 3 all done. I decided not to block yet because I kind of like how these flowers are twisting, and maybe that's the way it's supposed to look. So I'm going to wait until the reveal before I know what I need to do next as far as blocking goes, if at all. Okay, 10th round is going to be 6 chain stitches. The 3 first will serve as 1 double crochet. 1 double in the same stitch in which the last stitch of the last round has been worked. Alternate 19 times, 3 chain stitches, miss 5 stitches, 2 double, separated by chain 3 stitch. 2 double, that sounds like a V stitch. Okay, so it sounds like we're going to work, the first stitch is going to be 6 chain and then a double crochet. So that's going to be the first V stitch because 3 chain for a double, then 3 stitches, and then we work another double crochet. Okay, so after that, 19 total times separated by, okay, in the next stitch, finish with 1 chain stitch, 1 double crochet in the third of the first chain 3 stitch of this round. Okay, so it sounds like some V stitches. So I will go ahead and just do chains, 1, 2, 3, then 3 for the top of the V, and then a double crochet into the same stitch. And what do we chain in between? Alternate 19 times, 3 chains, miss 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and work a V stitch. Double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, chain 3, skip 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So always landing in a double crochet then. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to work the rest of this off camera. Very easy round. I will be right back. All right, so I think we just have one round left, round 11. And it's definitely going to need to be blocked because it is kind of messy. It absolutely is going to need to be blocked. Okay, 11th round. There's a lot in here. 4 chains, 1 double crochet in the middle of one of the next 3 chain stitches of the last round. 3 picot, 3 picot. It can only be picot. 3 P consisting of 5 chain stitch and 1 single crochet in the first of them. That's a picot. Okay, make 1 single crochet in the, wow, look at that. My thread line. I just saw it in the view. Okay, sorry about that. 1 single crochet in the middle of the next 3 chain stitches. Oh wait, I missed something. Make 1 single crochet in the double crochet last worked. 4 chains. 1 single in the middle of the next 3 chains. Repeat from here. In finishing, make 1 closing chain stitch. I think that's closing chain stitch. Instead of, how many times have I said that? Every time I've read it, I've said that. I think you guys get it by now. Okay, repeaty Carini. Instead of the 1 single crochet in the last double crochet of the preceding round. Okay, so I'm not going to get all of that just in the first read through. I'm going to have to read more. All right. 4 chain stitches, 1 double crochet in the middle. Okay, I think the 4 chain stitches is going to be 3. 3 for a double, 1 for a chain 1, I think maybe. I'm not sure. 1 double in the middle here. I think. 3 picot. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just going to go down. Well, wait, maybe I can't. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three, four, 5. Okay, 3 picot. Let's see here. Make 1 single crochet in the double crochet last worked. Here. Okay. Repeat from, so 4 chains. 2, 3, 4. So then what are these 4 chains? I don't care at this point. Okay. 4 chains, 1 double in the middle of one of the next 3. So jump all the way over like that. I'm going to guess yes, instead of these 3. So 3 picot. And let's see how it looks this time by, oh no, I have to work back into that stitch. That's right. I have to quit trying to do things different. But I do wonder how it would look with slip stitches instead of single crochets. Slip stitches are just a little bit faster to make. Then we'll compare the two. So I do have to go back into the top of this stitch here and work a single crochet, although I should have worked a slip stitch to see what it looks like with slip stitches just all around. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and double crochet. Now let's look and see. Which do we like better? I kind of like these ones better. Yeah, it just looks cleaner, doesn't it? I think that's the route I'm going to go. So I'm going to do the first one over again, but I think we have the repeat down. I'm not doing it right. Even though this looks very cool, it's not right. The single crochets. Okay, so now going back to the chain 4, boop. Supposed to be a chain 4, or a chain 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now make another little floret thing, a little picot flower. That is what I totally overlooked. Ugh. Part of me wonders, should I slip stitch over? Yes. Because I'm looking at this, and whenever I come back this way, I'm going to need to come down and then come back up. So this is just going to be extra in the way. So lots of little reevaluations in this one, huh? So I'm going to slip stitch over twice. 1 and 2 puts me right into the middle. And since I'm going to make a little floret right here, I'm going to go ahead and start with a stacked single just so that I can have the top of a single crochet to finish my picot flower in. Sounds like an ingredient, picot flower. 3, 4, 5. Now I'll be able to finish this one by working right into the top of what looks like a double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet. I guess I could just work around the chain. That would be fine. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. But here I'm going to work into the actual stitch. Kind of like the way it looks better worked into the actual stitch. Okay, I think that's how it is supposed to look, like that. I mean, it is, I think it is, because I totally overlooked the single crochet. I didn't overlook it, I read it, but then I just kind of ignored it because I got all excited about the little flowers and stuff. Okay, I am, and it's not being like, oh, there's not too much tension. So it makes sense that it wasn't supposed to be just 4 chains across. So that makes sense. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I feel like this one turned out too good to be wrong. And if it is wrong, I don't want it to be right. Cliche, but okay. I think Justin said that the yellow ones have pictures, so there better be a picture with this one because I need visual confirmation this time. And to see if I did the flower right. And I am going to block it, but I wanted to wait until after I saw if there was an image before I blocked it because I want to get the flower right. Okay, so I'll be right back. Oh, all that effort, all that time. And I got it right. Kind of. I need to block it and open the petals up. I am so glad I did these in green. So glad. And I'm also really glad I did this in white. Because it would be pretty all in one color, but doesn't that kind of like, here so you can see the green really pop. Isn't that so pretty with the green and the pink and the, oh my God. Okay, I'm going to go and block it. Before this dries and sets, I like the way the flower looked before, so I'm going to undo the part that's just the petals. I'm going to leave the leaves open, but I really like the way the flower looked before. And I can confirm I have not worked this pattern on this channel yet. So this is a brand new mystery pattern to this channel. I absolutely love this. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to put anything on it. I guess I could put these on it and that's it. Literally nothing else. Okay, so it is called the Rosette pattern number 6. And I don't know what book that's from. Is that not gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I love that. And I didn't like firm set this. This is just set with water. I don't have any more glue. I don't have any starch, and I, believe it or not, I don't have any sugar either. We don't use sugar. So, oh my goodness. Isn't that pretty? So it does have some texture, and I imagine if I had let the flower pin the flower down the way it was supposed to be, it would be flatter. But as much as I like the way this looks in the picture, in reality, it didn't look as good. And I really like the way this looks. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Okay, I'm happy with it. I feel like it's a success, so I'm happy. And I will see you guys in the next mystery. Be sure to subscribe and like if you want more of this content because it lets me know you like it. You really like it. I'll see you guys in the next mystery. Bye.